9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Welcome. Road Trippin is live. Richard Jefferson, Channing Frye, Kendrick, Perkins. I am Allie Clifton. Wow. Let's just get right to the reacts. I do want to mention, though, that we're going to be very interactive with our comment section. If you were in game one reaction, we will have some fun with y'all. And if you want to throw in some questions, please do it throughout this because we will get to as many as we can. Just have a little bit of fun. Having said that, react. Game 2.
Josh Hart wasn't wrong. Josh Hart was not wrong when he said Derrick White may be the most impactful player in this series. Like that huge three at the end of the shot clock on Derrick Jones Jr., the block, the defense. Like, I know other people are playing great, but those intangible plays to me make a huge difference. I'm impressed. Like, I'm happy that this is what I thought it would be. And I'm just like, dude, the Celtics played their ass off today. Like, you know, I kind of hate on the Celtics sometimes.
Kinda?
A lot. Like everyone else, 98% of the world, I got nothing to hate on. Today. I appreciate that style of basketball.
That's the shit you come up with. That's your reaction. Jrue Holiday just probably had his best game in the Celtics uniform. And you come on here talking about Derrick White. Did Derrick White make some plays? Look, did Derrick White make some plays late? Yes.
Huge plays.
Did he make some plays? I'll let you speak. Don't interrupt me. Do not fucking interrupt me today. Okay, look. Did Derrick White make plays late? Yes. Jrue Holiday was the best player on the floor, on both ends of the floor. He got Kyrie Irving in the straitjacket. He's playing the dunker spot at times on the offensive end. You want him to stretch the three out, do that as well. You want me to post up bigger players and finish in traffic? I'm going to do that as well. Like deflection, steals. He done it all. Best player on the floor, best game in the Celtics uniform. That's what I got. And I know people, let me say this. I know people want to say, oh, y'all don't put pressure on Jayson Tatum. He got a great team around him. I won't. My expectations for Jayson Tatum has went out the window. Okay, cool. If he want to fall into, a team guy winning the championship, I'm all for it. That's all that matters. But when we start naming the best players in the world and we start having MVP conversations again, I don't want to hear shit from the Celtic fan base about them complaining about us not mentioning Jayson Tatum. Because, again, this is not what it's about. So, if y'all don't want it for him, damn it, we're not going to give it to him.
The one thing, Channing, I will give to you, Derrick White's line, there was nothing light about it. Even though I agree with Kendrick Perkins, I wanted to know if Jrue Holiday could be in the running for MVP, even though we're only into game 2. However, his impact on both ends, as Kendrick laid out. But Derrick White, 18 points, 4 of 10 from deep, 6 of 15, the efficiency, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks. Not to mention that block down the stretch. Did he end up getting that?
Well, that also was a foul. That was also a foul. Let's
not let the facts get in the way of a good story.
I agreed. I was more of like PJ Washington. You got no bounce. It looked like he had a flat tire on that. And I was like, was he trying to dunk it? And then when you see in the back, when you get pushed in the back, it kills your elevation. It just,
I was like, C-Fry, man.
It's like, when you start to take off and it's like, no, that push in the back, that messes you all up. So I could see why he jumped like that.
And someone said, and LeBron's was a goaltend. Ow.
Wow. Richard, you do it?
Anyways,
man, where do we?
JJ said it best to me. He said the Celtics make you work so hard, make you work on. You have to give extra effort, multiple efforts on every single possession. And the moment you don't, Derrick White has an open three. Tatum has an open three. You know what I'm saying? It's not like the ball is ending up in someone's hands that you're okay living with a shot. No one on that roster are you okay with living with an open shot. No. So this team is so well built. They're playing well. Their defense has been elite. Luka got going, but they're going to need more help from somebody. Somebody else got to do something. Let's look at this.
It was disgusting.
Lively with 2 points. Josh Green with 4 points. Exum with 3 points. Like that's all you're getting. You're getting 9.
What Kleba? Nothing.
I didn't need. You already touched on Cleveland, so I didn't feel
before. Come on, man.
Before we were on that,
out there, man. It's the finals. You gotta give me some. Cleveland touch the rim.
Yeah, he got to give
the rim.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, too, though, you go 17-9 with the bench. All 5 players for Dallas in double figures. All but one, obviously, Al Horford, just 5 points. How about just the free throw? You lose by 7, and you go 16 of 24 from the free throw line.
Well, and you did a great job defensively against them. 10 for 39 from 3, 25%.
Mavs in 10.
Wow. So, what you gonna do? This
one of y'all two. Hold on, talking about. Hold on, Allie. We're not about to let Shannon and Richard off the hook. So y'all just named everyone. Y'all said that Luka needed help, and y'all named everyone on the Mavs roster except for Kyrie Irving.
No, we're getting to him. We said he's been playing like garbage in the summer.
The chat wants us to get to why.
Get him, Perk. Get him, Perk.
Follow LeBron. The chat wants to know why you unfollowed LeBron. You said not everybody followed Jesus. So, we're gonna get to all of that, Perk. We in no rush. Just good, cool booty.
Let me go on my soapbox 2 games in, and let me say this: 2 games in,
got quiet.
Usually, I'm wrong about maybe 2 out of 3, 3 out of 4. I'll be right on something. I've been very wrong so far about my 3 big takes. 1, obviously, is Lively. I don't know what's happened to him.
Pew, 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 pew.
I'll admit it. 2, I thought the Mavericks bench was better than the Celtics bench. But Peyton Pritchard, all those dudes are coming in and defending their ass off and playing good minutes. Like, they're not out there getting barbecued. In Dallas, where's Hardy? He's not even playing no more. And I don't know what's going on with the bench. Anyways, I was wrong about those 2. And then honestly, what was the other third one I said? I like Joe Mazzulla is doing a great job. I never thought I would say that in my life. I think he's doing a great job.
Of what?
Of what?
Of what? No.
Because listen.
No.
Here's what I think he's doing.
Shannon, I'm not trying to be funny, but if you're saying he's doing a great job, a great job of what?
He's able to play. Number 1, his bench isn't getting abused. Number 2, he made adjustments in the middle. When Dallas punched first, the first quarter of this game, he settled that team down and went to their stuff. Al Horford is not a dud. Peyton Pritchard is not being a dud. The way that they're playing defense and that structure of how that defense is not allowing them to be put on an island and get abused, which is what Dallas is looking for. Their rotations, their ability now to drive to the hole consistently, even Jayson Tatum, even though he's not scoring, I thought today was his best game as a overall player. To me, he did he didn't shoot the ball well. He did everything that team needed to do. He defended solid, especially Luka at the end of the game, made the right passes. He was rebounding his ass off, and he wasn't putting his head down. He didn't have a bad attitude. He didn't shoot very well, but he did everything else great. Sometimes as a coach, you've taught your players to do something, and then when a team makes an adjustment, you got to tell them how to get back to who they were. And I thought today's game, when I watch the Celtics, I go, I like the way they're playing. I like what they're doing. So I'm thinking that's him too. You got to give him credit. If we're going to roast him, you got to give him credit. He's not wincing at the moment.
Perk, go ahead.
So, one, I'm not going to jump off the Derrick Lively train right now.
We have to go 2 games in, though.
Hold on.
2 games in.
Hold on. We're 2 games in. We're talking about a rookie being on the road, right? We all know that role players play better at home. Your superstars are supposed to take over on the road. Luka came to play tonight. Kyrie didn't. If Kyrie was even somewhat half of what he was tonight, Dallas would have won that game. Let's be honest here. If he would have Kyrie was awful. If he would have been average or a little above average, Dallas would have won that game tonight. I can't tell you how many times I was so fucking pissed and the turnovers that Dallas had that led to fast breaks. Derek Lively in the first half under the basket, right? Throwing it back towards half court. Easy transition. Luka, he had like 2 of them. One where he got picked up by Jrue Holiday, and then the pass came to him. He tried to make the pass back. Jrue Holiday deflected. Derrick White get the steal. Then he drives in the corner, and he throws like this overhead pass across court. And I'm sitting up here saying, like, look, Luka is going to make some fantastic plays, but some of those plays be some boneheaded passes. Like, no, bro, make the simple pass. Daniel Gafford, I thought, stepped up. But I do have a question for you. Look, overall, the Celtics showed why they're the better team. Kristaps Porzingis, I thought he came in the first half, gave them a little spark on both ends of the floor. I want to know this. Why is Tim Hardaway Jr. in the doghouse? In a time, like, seriously, I get it. I know he probably had his struggles, but I know he can shoot the ball a lot better than Josh Green. I know he could give more than what Maxi Kleber is bringing right now. Why is he in the doghouse?
I don't know that. I
don't
know why.
You know why, Richard? He is atrocious on defense. He is absolutely atrocious. And at the end of the day, he's a volume guy. He's not going to get volumes. Josh Green can be somewhat effective with 2 or 3 shots and do energy. Tim, every time Tim gets in the game, and it's hard as a shooter, as a scorer, he's trying to go find the ball. He's just like, his energy is not what they are used to, right? Like, Hardy should play more than Tim Hardaway because he can get the ball and create on the swings. But Tim is always ball hunting. Always, it's just who he is. It makes him good. It makes him great. But in this series, he's going to get chewed up. They're going to go right at him. And now you're in rotations where you don't want to be in rotations anyways. I just don't know if I can trust him in the finals. If you can't trust him in the Western Conference Finals or the second round in the playoffs, how are you going to trust him now?
Okay, real quickly, like to get back to the Kyrie thing. Kyrie had 12 points, 6 for 19 in game 1. Jrue Holiday, 4 for 9, 12 points. And then go to game 2, right? Jrue Holiday, he was balling. 11 for 14 for 26 points. Kyrie, 7 for 18 for 16 points. Jrue Holiday individually has outplayed Kyrie Irving.
Yes.
End of story. End of story. So when your guy that's hovering somewhere between 4th and 5th, because the Celtics are that loaded, they are that special, they are that good. When someone that's hovering around your 4th and 5th best player on any given night is outplaying your second best all NBA guy. And look, we all know that there is no way to guard Kyrie. There is no stopping Kyrie. There is no stopping certain players. They just need to play well. We've seen all the defenses. Luka had 1 assist, and Luka did. Man came out here and gave you 32, 11, and 11. Right? They gonna figure it out. Kyrie hasn't figured it out yet, and we started the conversation saying that maybe it's Jayson, maybe it's Luka, then Kyrie. Well, at this point in time, it's Luka, then a bunch of like Kyrie's in that
Celtics.
a bunch of.
And it's like, of all the people that can up the game is Kyrie. But to Perk's point, if they're gonna play like this, if Kyrie is going to not reach that level that he has, they have zero chance.
Mm-hmm.
Zero chance. This is not going to be a Luka carry them. Some guys hit some threes. Now you're going to need multiple guys playing well with support.
Is this just simply experience too?
I got a diet, y'all.
Oh my God, Diet Dr. Pepper.
I got a diet too.
I got a diet. I mean, it's Allie, you got to take steps. You got to take baby steps, okay? I put down the.
No, I would crush a Diet Dr. Pepper every day with you.
That's disgusting.
Right there with you.
Carbonated
so Diet Dr. Pepper over Diet Coke.
Oh man! So Dr. Pepper just took over as the number 2 soda.
What?
And Coke is number 1, and people were like, "Who the hell is keeping Dr. Pepper in business?" And now we know.
Working Allie. My God, so good. Is it experience though right now with Boston? When you talk about obviously Luka, we talk about how much Luka has just been playing at this level at this stage since he was 15 years old. But then when you go down and what is it with Kyrie? Tip your cap to Boston? Is there more for him to figure out on his own, or is it the defense? Will he be able to? Because you read his line, Rich, about 7 of 18, but he was 0 for 3 from 3. He can't even get a 3 off.
He cannot get a shot off, and it is the defense. And this is when you got to credit Joe Mazzulla. This is when because at first we was like, all right, Celtic fans, especially me, don't poke the bear. Don't poke the bear. But guess what? It seems like to me, the players are feeding off that energy. That one possession that Jaylen Brown was ISO with, like the court spread it, anybody else would have got burnt up by Kyrie Irving. I mean, like he literally defended that at a high level. Now, you know what else comes into play? Jay Kidd, in my opinion, has been the best coach in the postseason, to be honest, like this entire postseason up until now. Now, I'm looking at Jay Kidd, and I'm like, all right, you see Derrick White on Kyrie. You see Jaylen Brown on Kyrie, and you see Jrue Holiday on Kyrie. We're talking about 3 of the best wing guard defenders, perimeter defenders in the league. What can you run to get Kyrie Irving going? Mm-hmm. Like, can you run pin downs? I don't know if they even run that shit no more. But like, what action can you put Kyrie in to get him going where it's not all isolation? Because the ISOs is not working right now. Like the Celtics are too good. Luka, he's getting off because of the great pick and rolls, right? The screen set, and just like he's 6'7", 6'8", 250. Like he putting that shoulder into you. Kyrie Irving needs help at this point from his coach. I feel that way. I do.
I mean, we've seen it 2 games in a row. And well, obviously, Jayson Tatum told us in his post-game interview after game 1, the recipe is allow Luka to get his and stop everyone else. Mm-hmm. They've done it 2 games in a row.
Yeah.
Oh, I even saw Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown was face guarding him. I think Kyrie was on the ball, and Tatum had no responsibility. He was just like face guarding Luka, saying, we don't care what happens behind. So even when Luka's off the ball, they're not even playing around and like, oh, let me help and let him get an open 3. They're trying their best to shut it down. And he's still going to give 32. End of the day, we all have been there. Your stars have to play great in the finals, and then they're going to need help, and they're going to need support game to game. That's the only way to win it. And we were surprised. We were all surprised at the way they dismantled the Minnesota defense. But some of that was that Minnesota's offense was dog shit. Minnesota did not shoot the ball well. Karl-Anthony Towns did not play great. Anthony Edwards did not play great. So then we started focusing more on, man, they're dismantling their defense. The problem with here is that this is a better defensive team. The Boston Celtics are a better defensive team with more offensive firepower across the board. Yeah. That's just the truth. They don't have, and like, you know, Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown, they are the equivalent to Anthony Edwards and Carl, but they have more balance throughout their board. Again, Jrue Holiday doing what he did, Al Horford knocking down shot, Porzingis giving 20 points in 20 minutes last game. Those are the things that make this team different. So maybe the Minnesota series might have fooled us. And we just waiting to see. I think maybe the Minnesota series might have fooled us to thinking that they could go and handle the defense and the offense from the Boston Celtics, which no one has this season.
Do you guys agree with that last comment? KP and Al Horford are better than Rudy Gobert, and that's a fact.
Well, I think, did they mean Rudy and Cat?
But yeah, the Dre, that's stupid.
It is stupid. Like,
no. Look, we all say some stupid stuff. It's okay. And yeah, and I don't. You could be 12 years old, but yeah, and especially like when you look at the two of Al Horford, and they're different players. Like,
yeah,
different responsibilities, different everything. But yes, Porzingis and Al Horford combined are way better than Rudy Gobert.
They're better offensive players than Rudy is.
Yeah, that's
okay.
Hey, look, first of all, I'm not even mad at you, Dino. I'm not even mad at you. I'm mad at whoever put that shit in our chat to make us comment on it. That was like, hey, let me get the most obvious random statement and put it in here. Then we flame him. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the apology.
You
Wait.
are picking on people right now.
Here's a question. Here's a question of the day. If Porzingis doesn't play game 3, how much on a 1 to 10, 10 being the most, 1 being the least, does that affect the Celtics?
Well, after today, clearly it doesn't.
No, but like to play a full game without him is a lot different than to play the last 6 minutes of the fourth quarter without him. Like you're just like, hey man, let's just keep this going. And let's be real, if PJ Washington didn't get that shit blocked.
No, I mean Kristaps Porzingis, every time he came into the game off the bench, like the Celtics were down tonight, right? He came in off the bench, all of a sudden he provided another spark. Game 1, it was like a 1-point game, or even tied up. He comes into the game. Next thing you know, they're down 10. Like he's been very impactful. Look, I got Dallas winning game 3 anyway. That's why I picked this series to go 7 games, because I feel like each team is going to win their game at home. That's how I feel about it. And it's going to come down to game 7, and Boston is going to win that game. Because there's no way in hell Derek Lively, PJ Washington. By the way, Derrick Jones Jr. He's been playing his ass off. He's been doing everything that's been asked for him to do. All the energy plays, the effort plays, finishing around the basket, knocking down his free throws. Yes, he's been up and down from the 3-point line, but if they can continue to get that, and it may not show up in the box score, but he has been playing some really, really good basketball.
There's the update right there on Kristaps Porzingis, by the way, from Joe Mazzulla himself.
That's what I'm calling, dude. Stop it. First of all, Joe Mazzulla has the weirdest interviews of all time. Like he'd be like, Joe Mazzulla, what's the sky? I don't know. I've been in the gym 24 hours. I don't know. You're like, what the fuck? Just say blue. Just fucking say blue. Like, of course he's gonna say 0 and good.
We don't need to get.
Why are you asking that dumbass question? We think, oh, it's severe. We're gonna shoot him up with needles tomorrow. Like, what?
It's a 1-game series now. It's a 1-game series.
Oh,
it's real talk. It's a 1-game series at this moment. If the Dallas Mavericks don't win, it's over. So we all the analysis, all the this and that. There's 1 game now. Look. You win that game, you win that game 3, it's going to be interesting. But right now, we all get to sit back, wait a couple of days. I'll be at game 3 like, okay, well, this is a series. This is the series. This game right here. If you don't win it, obviously we know it's over, unless it's going to be the greatest comeback since us ever.
Nah, homie.
Can I ask you, can we reassess and go back to the question that we talked about? Series is over,
Wes.
Richard.
Thanks,
Can we reassess and talk about
tell your bookie.
one of the questions that we talked about and put a lot of time on coming in, and then J-Kid put everyone in an uproar between games 1 and 2. Who is the best player on the Celtics?
Jaylen Brown.
Jayson Tatum is the best player. Jaylen Brown is playing the best.
Okay, I don't agree. And this is crazy. It's a hot take. If I had to start a team, give me Jaylen Brown all day long. Give me Jaylen Brown.
I'm doubling down on that shit with you, Shannon.
Now that's fair. I've seen 50 points. I've seen 50 points from this man because we talking about career. We seen Corey Brewer had 50 points. But not in the postseason.
I'm just saying.
Andre Miller had 55 points.
Okay, really quickly. Are we talking about who is the best player or who is playing the best?
Man,
right now, Jaylen Brown is playing better. Jaylen Brown's playing better.
As he did in the last finals. Like single time, listen, every single time we get to this point on the biggest stage, we get back to having this conversation. And again, I know they lost in 2022 to Golden State Warriors, but Jaylen Brown was the best player on that team then. And now here we are again in 2024, and he's the best player on the floor again, best player for the Celtics again. Like, he keep making timely plays, man. He keep doing everything that needs to be done, and it's powerful. Like, just when you thought Luka had drained the energy out of the arena in the first quarter, I'm like, oh shit, are we about to have one of these Game 5 Minnesota moments the way Luka came out? You know what Jaylen Brown did? Came down, split the defense again. Let me go up 2 hands, snatch the screws out the rim. Like, These are the things that he's doing.
Truth Bearer says Tatum's still living off that 150-point game.
No, okay. Listen, when I say who would I build a team with, I'm not saying Tatum is that. Tatum is great. Tatum is a great player. Me personally, Channing Frye, if I'm going to build a team with the centerpiece, I would want my first player to be one of the best two-way players playing basketball.
Agreed. And
that's almost start. Because he does other stuff. How about this? Jayson Tatum,
he did make all NBA, and he was talking about that.
And everyone complained about it.
He's playing great basketball. Jayson Tatum was first team all NBA. So there seems to be a big gap.
Rudy Gobert has 4 defensive players.
Again, why the fuck do people keep bringing up Rudy Gobert to like shit on other shit?
Right? Sorry, he's in France. He ain't worried about us.
What does Rudy have anything to do with it?
Rich, you know Rudy. Can't you send him the link and have him tap in here and defend himself? This has been the Rudy Sandler show.
It's just ain't nobody.
Okay, so there's a big gap. There's a big gap between someone that is first team all NBA and
Richard,
someone that's
not a big gap, Richard. There's not a big gap, Richard.
Hang on, let Rich finish.
Okay.
Let's see what he says.
I am not disputing that Jaylen Brown is playing better than Jayson Tatum. I am not saying that by any means, not even remotely close. The only thing that I'm merely stating is that if you want to say you would start your team with Jaylen Brown over Jayson Tatum, I think you're greatly underestimating Jayson Tatum in that space. That's just my personal opinion, as you have your personal opinion. I fully support it. I wouldn't take if I'm starting a team, I wouldn't take Jaylen Brown over Jayson Tatum. This man still had 12 assists. He still had 9 rebounds. But we're pissed off at his scoring, and understandably so. That's all.
So the guy does now. No, let me not be a hater.
There we go. Try your best.
No, I'm not going to be a hater, but let me say this: he rebounds well. He has 12 assists, which is amazing one game, and we're giving him praises. But he don't guard the best player 90% of the game. You don't see Jason Kidd, the other coaches, say, "Hey, Jayson Tatum's not picking up Luka full court and getting you those points and getting you those assists every single game." I value that. I know Jayson Tatum is, to me, way better offensively than Jaylen Brown. Way better at times. I think Jaylen Brown can get you to the rack, establishes your offense by getting to the hole, touching the paint, and creating opportunities. And guess what? If he's not doing well offensively, he is not a dud on the other end. He's still your second best defender next to Jrue Holiday, who's an all-timer.
The Celtics are up 2-0 because we get to have this conversation.
Oh, totally, yes.
The fact that we're having this conversation about which player is the best on the Celtics after Jrue Holiday just did that, the fact that we're having this conversation lets you know that, that these dudes are that much further along than everybody else. That's just my opinion.
Leslie, I agree with you. Jayson Tatum doesn't give a shit.
Also, does not. I don't think he cares. I think at this point, if he wins, he's like, man, we won. Now say what? All these records.
Could you imagine? Hey, somebody just said this. Jrue Holiday is about to be a 2-time champ. So for Giannis, who traded his ass out of there for Dame Lillard, and then they at home, and look, he ain't messing with he wasn't happy about it. Jrue wasn't happy about it at all. It wasn't a Kobe Shaq reunion dap up, but it was definitely a cold dap up. It was definitely cold.
And to be honest with you, this is exactly why all franchise guys should stay in their role and play the game of basketball. Right? Giannis put pressure, took Jrue Holiday for granted and what he brought to the table, and now all of a sudden he at home and he watching Jrue on the verge of helping his team hang a banner in the same conference. They had the perfect chemistry.
They're about to be the new Warriors. They're about to be the new Warriors, in my opinion. I'm the Celtics. I think they have. Hear me out. Really quickly. Hear me out. This team, and if they bring back everyone, there is a big gap between them and the next team. So if you told me they had a chance to win this one and 2 out of the next 3 or 1 out of the next 2, right? When I say next Warriors, I mean the next team that has a chance to wheel off 2 or 3 out of 4 or 5. That's my opinion. Who else is out there right now? The gap is so big between them.
Let me ask you a question. Derrick White, right? He's gonna be the last guy to really get his bag that's on the Celtics, right?
Because I'm just going to ask this question. Yes.
Oh, my bad, Allie.
No, you got it. Yeah, this is great. I love this because I was
so he's going to be the last guy. I don't know how much the Celtics could offer him, but while there's so much shit going on in Philly about whether or not they should go after Jimmy Butler or whether or not they should go after Paul George, a guy that is sitting right there in the same conference that they should make a push to go after because they have the money and the bag is Derrick White. Is Derrick White not a 150?
Derrick, you mean in Philly? In Philly?
I'm just saying, listen, is Derrick White not $150, $200 million plus player in today's game?
No.
I believe he is.
150? Absolutely. 200?
No. I can't. Look, Derrick White to me, and maybe he can make that jump. I like the idea of him there. I'm just asking. Look,
I
love it.
If you had a choice, to say Derrick White as my number 3 option or Paul George, is Derrick White right now a better basketball player than Paul George?
It's a lot of in theory, what you're saying. My thing is this. The reason why you want a superstar next to Joel Embiid is because when he goes out, you want somebody to carry the load. I don't know if Derrick White.
No. It's alongside Embiid and Tyrese Maxey. RJ.
That's what I was about to say. Derrick White and Tyrese Maxey. they don't. I'm not buying that Derrick White is on PG's level. And as disappointing as the Clippers have been, we can't disrespect. The man should get his money. He should get all of his money. They should pay all the tax. They should say fucking apron. Like, we ain't won a championship since 2008. So let's try. The Celtics? I'm talking about the Celtics. The Celtics.
No, I'm just asking. So, Allie, Shannon, RJ, y'all telling me Jaylen Brown, $300+ million. Jayson Tatum, $300+ million. What Jrue Holiday just got? $160? Yeah. Kristaps Porzingis got what, like a $60 million extension? So you mean to tell me they're gonna have that many guys? They're gonna have 4 guys on their roster that's making $100+ million?
Yeah, sounds like Golden State.
Someone will pay Derrick White $200 million.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and they will be pissed off about it, and they're gonna be pissed
Orlando
off.
Magic.
And Derrick White 5-year 190. That is crazy when you think about the most recent with the Warriors and how they were able to keep that together.
Well, it's because of that salary jump that happened. It was the salary jump that happened, and Steph was on remember Steph signed a $10 million contract because his ankle was all messed up. So a lot of that success he had was when he had a very quote unquote team friendly contract. He was the 3rd highest paid player on their team, maybe 2nd highest paid player when he was winning championships. And then he got his money, but he signed the same deal as Ty Lawson. Just to put it in perspective, him and Ty Lawson in Denver, Steph Curry in Golden State, before they had gone to the postseason, they signed the same type of deal. So that meant there was a lot of money in cap space that they could bring in people. Cap jumped up. They brought in Kevin Durant. Now when they paid everyone is when they got into the tax situation that they are in now. Boston has all of their guys. Pay all of your guys. You're going to pay hundreds of millions of dollars in tax in the next 2-3 years. Keep it pushing.
Does Al Horford retire after this year?
Somebody says Derrick White, 5 years, $200 million sounds like a Phoenix Suns deal.
Damn.
Who, Al Horford?
Yeah.
Nah, he rides it out.
He better stay.
He got 2 years. Why not run it back? If they win the championship, he got to stay. Big Al got to come back. He's in great shape.
Yeah.
Great shape.
Take minimums and hang out, bro. Enjoy your life. Take minimums, win championships, be in relevant games. That's the most fun.
I just think in today's age, Derrick White's value, I can name 4 teams that would gladly overpay for Derrick White. And one of them is going to be Minnesota when Mike Conley's deal is up. Isn't that up next year?
Who?
think Mike Conley's
Mike
deal
Conley?
is.
He signed extension. Conley
He got
signed
an extension.
yeah.
Yeah.
he signed extension in Minnesota.
Think
Yeah.
about Orlando could use him. Think about
Hell, just imagine how good he'll be alongside AD and Braun. Let me turn on my ceiling fan real quick. It's hot.
You gonna start sweating? You gonna start sweating?
I don't mind him.
Okay.
Man,
Okay. Let is impressively bald. Somebody goes. So like, wait. Richard Jefferson is impressively bald. Like it's honestly a feat.
Like it's what?
Like it's an accomplishment how bald I am. It's just a beautiful bald head, and I don't.
Richard's been bald since he's been 17. So
That's
it's
what
like,
I'm saying. I used to shave my. So I used to shave my head in high school just to look mean. Walk in there, skinny, bald head, just trying to rip the rim off. Couldn't shoot to save my life.
Y'all know
Do you have to shave your head every day?
No. And I told you, look, guys, let me just tell you this. Be careful of the filters, right? This is all lighting. Watch this. Ill. Like I'm now I'm unattractive, and now it's look, I have a glow. Look, ill. Now I have a glow. Watch some filters, guys. Watch some filters out there, man. They'll get you every time.
I cannot.
I actually had great things to say about Richard today on the phone call.
What'd you say?
I had a phone call with somebody today, and I spoke real highly of Richard because I couldn't stand Richard as a player.
Most people couldn't.
I couldn't either.
Right.
Most people couldn't.
I couldn't stand his ass. And then all of a sudden, I started to work with him. I'm like, this dude is okay. You know what?
Yeah.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this dude is all right. He's actually pretty good brother, man. I had some high praises to say about you, but he is an asshole.
Yes.
Yesterday I called him. I was on my way back from Dallas, and I called him to talk about something. I forgot what the hell we was talking about. And he literally told me to tell my wife that he miss her.
That's not what I said.
Yes, you did.
You go, yo, I'm in the car with Vanity. I'm like, tell her I miss her.
God.
But you gotta look.
What? Can I give some love to the family, to the Perkins family?
Yes. That's what we call it. Yep. Absolutely. That's what we call it.
All right. Well, we love you guys. I'm tired of talking to you guys.
Are you guys all out?
Yeah, it's
No,
bedtime.
I mean, I'm good.
It's my favorite question though.
What's that?
What's gonna happen in game 3? What adjustments? What do you want to see? Perk, you have Dallas winning game 3. How? Why?
Because
Tell me there's no adjustments.
Because the role players will play better at home. And it's no way in hell Kyrie is going to continue to keep struggling like this. Like I can't see it. And I'm gonna say this. One of the most underrated arenas in the league is Dallas Arena. It gets loud in there. Like they fans are pretty damn good in the finals. Like they're pretty damn good in the finals. They're gonna be great in game 3. I feel like Derek Lively is going to feed off of that. He needs some of that home cooking. Guys are going to make shots who haven't been making shots. And shit, Luka is going to be Luka.
Well, it's a 1-game series now. Currently, right now.
Who you got?
Who I got? Look, I said Dallas in 7 because, one,
You said Dallas in 6, right?
No, I said, first of all, no, never.
Okay.
I said Dallas in 7. I said Dallas in 7 because I don't know who is going to win. Secondly, I didn't want to tell your bookies exactly. Don't tell me, tell your bookies. Also, I didn't want to be on record going against my 2 point guards. I don't give a shit. I'll say Mavericks win. I'm rooting for J Kidd. I'm rooting for Kyrie. Those are my teammates. Yeah, knock yourself out. They better win the game or it's over. First must win, and we're going to figure it out. But I'm not going to sit up here for the next 2 days saying, they have to win. It's not, they have to win. If they don't, it's over.
A lot of brooms in the comments.
No, a lot of brooms in the comments.
Dude, I don't see it. I don't see it. I think the Celtics win this game.
Somebody said when chicks get waxed, they go and ask for the Richard Jefferson special.
Richard looked like a clean butthole.
I don't even need adjustments. That's the line. That's the line of the night.
Shannon,
Channing,
you got
thank
the
you.
Mavs getting swept?
I don't know if they get swept. I think they have a gentleman's sweep, but I don't see if Jrue Holiday has a great game and Jayson Tatum doesn't have a great game, and neither does Jaylen Brown. If Jaylen Brown has a great game and Jayson Tatum and no one else has a great game, and they keep winning these games, there's only so many players you can let beat you. Like, what are the Mavericks going to do? And all of a sudden, are they just going to just not turn the ball over? Are they just not going to get tired? There's a lot of the Boston Celtics have yet to have a game where 3-4 guys go off, like really go off. They've had 2 each game. I think there's a game where Dallas at the end of this game, they weren't even rotating. They were like, yep, that's going in. Yep, that's going in. Like, I just think the way Boston is playing, I didn't see Dallas not being able to adjust to it. And I think Boston has seen everything that Dallas has and says, y'all can't beat us like this.
So I do have a question. I got a question for all 3 of y'all. Is Luka now the best player in the league? Because look, he's not.
No.
You asked us a question, and we
I
just
just said.
no.
Why were you wondering?
It's
But who's the best player in the league?
I go best player off of who I would draft over him, and I'm still taking Giannis over him, and I'm still taking
Giannis.
Yes.
That's why I asked. I want
Giannis.
Allie, is Luka the best player in the league?
No, I'm still probably taking Nikola Jokic.
Okay, I was just asking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, because the reason
Channing, the 2 MVPs in a ring. Luka don't have an MVP yet, bro.
Okay,
don't fucking don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm with you on that.
The standard. Keep the standard. 2 MVPs, Defensive Player of the Year, Championship, Finals MVP. What? Show me what? Show me.
No.
Giannis would be 4, 5, 6 in my round. 1, 2, 3 would be like obviously Jokic. Then I'd say Wemby, and then maybe Luka, and then whoever else you put there. I'm taking
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
Easy.
The reason that I'm asking is because every year we crown somebody different based on them completing the mission, right? So, like the year Giannis won it, he won MVP. I mean, he won Finals MVP in the championship. It was like, oh, Giannis the best player in the world. Then Steph ended up winning it. It was like, oh, Steph is the best player in the world. Then Jokic won it last year. It was like, oh, yeah, Jokic is the best player in the world. So I'm just wondering, because this series, like, the best player in the world is not going to win the Finals MVP this year.
Jayson Tatum?
Jayson Tatum he's not winning the Finals MVP this year. So with that being said, so if Jaylen Brown wins the Finals MVP, then he will just just another Andre Iguodala type story?
Ooh, no. I mean, but Andre is nice.
No, I'm not knocking Iggy. I'm not saying that.
He went to Arizona,
No. I'm not saying that. I'm just asking. Like, once this mission is complete, the Celtics go on to win this championship. If Jaylen Brown gets the Finals MVP, who's the best player in the world?
No. Let me say this. For one, a rare situation that we are currently in, whoever wins the championship isn't going to get that crown. It doesn't. Like, whoever, because there was years that Kobe was the best player in the year, because there's no one up there. It takes more than just a championship to crown you. It takes more than just a Finals MVP. It takes years of work. It takes actual MVPs. It takes you were the most dominant, best player in the league, undisputed, and then you win a championship. He's the first scoring title leader to be in the championship, I think, since Jordan to be in the finals. So that's what I'm saying. It's like there is a resume that comes. The best player in the world is like, if we're changing that every year and a half, that's like changing the MVP every year.
Well, we have.
Well, we changed the MVP, yes. But it was
no. We've changed who is the best player in the world every single year.
Agreed, but it was also based off resumes. When we changed it to Giannis, it's because he had won 2 MVPs, and then finally he got the championship and the Finals MVP, and we're like, fine, someone finally took that crown. right? Someone took the crown. Then there was a dud. Then Jokic won 2 MVPs, got over the hump, won the championship, won the finals MVP. So then boom, hey, okay. And it wasn't like off a 1-year thing. It was like we saw a body of work for him dominating the league and then finally got the final piece. So then it was him. Luka's gotten here. No one was saying that Luka was the best player in the world until this finals run. You don't get to do it for 3 months. It's a sustained effort for years or a year.
I got another question. Follow up. Don't leave, Rich. You good? It ain't like you good. You all right? Listen. Here's the thing. Now, real talk. I'm watching this team, right? And I'm watching this roster. I don't want to throw shade on the Mavs, but the real is the real. Luka to me is the best player in the world. Luka is the best player in the world. For him, and I know he has Kyrie Irving. Kyrie has been fantastic. We're not going to sit up here and try to diminish or demoralize what he's done this season to help them get to the NBA Finals. But, to be honest with you, look at the pieces that Luka, they don't even have close to a legitimate third all-star caliber player. On some real stuff. PJ Washington is just fine, but they don't really, if you look, what?
PJ Washington would have been the 4th best player on our championship team.
That's what I'm saying, RJ. I said he's fine. I ain't
that's what I'm saying. It's he's not.
Yeah, so it's like he's really doing more with less. Seriously.
But doesn't he still have to win? They would need to come back and win this series.
That's what I be saying. I'm looking the other day. I didn't know this. I didn't know Luka, after he won Rookie of the Year for the last 5 years, he's been first team All NBA. What the fuck?
They got him Porzingis. They got him Porzingis. Porzingis wasn't it. They had Brunson. They screwed that one up. Even though I don't know how good, I don't still think Brunson would have elevated to this level next to Luka. But that's my opinion. I don't think he would have, right? Kyrie can just be an off-the-ball bucket getter, catch and shoot. He can kill. Not saying that Jalen Brunson wouldn't have been nice, but I don't think Jalen Brunson would have elevated. Similar to James Harden. I don't know if James Harden would have elevated to Houston James Harden if he would have stayed in OKC. I just he was going to be nice. He was got an all-star, but I think when he left and went to a place, he elevated himself. So they've been putting guys next to Luka. They put together, they were in the conference finals 2 years ago, had a shitty year. Now they back. So they've been putting things together next to him. That's just in my opinion, but they need more. Tell them they need more people.
Well, look, I will say this. It's not 5 guys that are better than Luka Dončić.
I know. Yes.
I agree with that.
No.
I agree with that.
First team All NBA for 5 years.
Yeah.
We got to be top 3.
Always. And there aren't 5 guys that are better than you, Kendrick Perkins. So thank you for gracing us with your presence on this show all the time.
Well, I appreciate it. Look at that. Look at their faces.
They're so mad at me.
What y'all got to say? What's wrong?
Nothing, man. Nothing, man.
Say something.
If you don't got nothing nice to say nothing at all. That's all.
Rude.
How is that rude?
He gave you so many compliments, and then he gets one compliment, and you got to hate on him?
Yes. Yes.
Wait. Everybody's asking the one question, Big Perky Lurky.
Oh, shit. What, man?
Are you really going to go there, Channing?
Yeah, we have to. That's what the people want.
You got to save it.
We'll save it?
You want to save it?
No, go ahead.
No, Perk. Hey, you got unfollowed, buddy. Take that, Perk.
Oh. Did you see my quote tweet?
Yeah,
you need to explain the quote tweet.
Yeah, everybody ain't follow Jesus. I'm okay.
Oh, okay. Well, why y'all break up? Why y'all break up?
Hey, man, look. Hey, some people be like LMA, man. You know what I'm saying? They be in their feelings.
Is that are y'all both in y'all feelings?
Here's the thing, right? And I'm gonna leave it at this. The one thing about it is this, bro. I have a job to do, okay? And I'm gonna do my job, and I'm not gonna let anybody persuade me to say something that I don't want to say, right? I'm gonna critique everybody fairly. If you're doing well, I'm gonna give you your flowers. If I feel like you're on some bullshit, I'm gonna call you out on it. You know what I'm saying? That's part of my job. And to be honest with you, since we're here, y'all got time? because I could dive into it. Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing, right? Real talk. Like, I bust my ass to get in this position that I am in this media space, right? And my thing is, we all know this. Hall of Famers, franchise guys, when they retire, they get the red carpet rolled out for them in the media space, whether they good or not. We know this, right? Like, let's not. So you got to work to get to a certain standpoint of where you at. And I'm continuing to grow, and I'm trying to get better every single day. My thing is, working at a network, if they feel like that you're being biased in any type of way, especially coming from a guy that was a former role player in the league, your ass gonna be on the chopping block. So I'm just saying, like, you know, if first of all, my phone always on. I don't duck and dodge or anybody phone calls or text messages. If you got a problem with something I said, I didn't talk to plenty of people about things I done said on the television, right? Like, whether they agree or not. Like, even for example, an incident where I was like with Tobias Harris. You remember I was like, oh yeah, Tobias, man, they asked he told the team he was going to Chick-fil-A. He asked them what they wanted, and he came back with a bag full of napkins and straws, right? Because he just so look, I said it in a joking manner, but I did get a phone call from his dad, right? And I was like, okay,
Channing's uncle.
Yeah, his dad represented him like he's his agent. So I answered the phone, and we had an hour conversation about it. I didn't take back what I said, but we talked about. I didn't, but we talked about it though. We talked about, you know, Tobias and his role with Philadelphia and things to that nature. Not even diving into details, but look, if somebody go unfollow me on Twitter, man, or social media, because of something I said on TV, okay, cool. Here's the thing, right? Last thing. I got 4 kids. I got 3 boys, 16, 12, and 7.
Ooh,
I'm teaching.
You nasty.
Stop, Shannon. Listen, man. I'm teaching. I'm raising leaders over here, not followers, okay? And I'm also raising my boys to be respectful, but at the same time, never to walk in the room. I don't give a damn with who you walk in the room with, never to feel less than anybody, no man. But you don't feel like you're above nobody as well, right? Like, so my thing is that at the end of the day, I cannot kiss nobody ass because of something that I said on television. I won't do it. I won't do it. And if that calls for somebody to be upset with me and not follow me on social media and don't talk to me, then damn it, the friendship wasn't what it was anyway.
You know what? This is like, okay. When we talk about the NBA being the most dramatic league, this is what we talking about. Look,
I'm here for it.
I know you here for it. Perk, we support you. We support Bron. Like, we support our brothers. You know, we hope y'all figure this out. Y'all work this out. And hopefully y'all can start following each other again. But the funny shit to me is that there's 40-year-old men on here talking about who's following who and shit. Oh, that bothers me so much.
But look.
No. I'm not putting it on you, Perk. I'm just saying in general, when I saw it started popping up on the internet, I was like, who? People pay attention to that shit? I don't even know who follows me.
And guess what?
I mean, people are mad that they're not following around the next coach for the Lakers in the aerospace.
I know.
People are mad. But
guess what? On some real shit, I consider each one of y'all seriously as my friends. That's why I'm on here, right? Okay. In a group message y'all drop, we talk about the game of basketball all the time. I would never, ever say in a group or tell one of y'all to say, you know what? Y'all don't fuck with me no more because y'all don't fucking talk to me because y'all still fuck with Bron. No, like, y'all keep y'all friendship with him because I would never put y'all in the middle of it. And our friendship is our friendship. If me and Bron ever happen to cross paths and we want to talk about it and have a conversation, I'm here for it. I'm not going to bash his name behind his back to anybody. I'm not going to do none of that shit. I really haven't even spoke on this shit, to be honest with you.
You haven't. Huh? You haven't.
I really don't care. Like, I don't care. Like, the sad part about it is like, bro, I don't need a phone call. Just the last part. Bro, we go back since like 99, 2000. I don't need a
2000s.
Yeah, I don't need a phone call from Rich Paul, bro, to speak on your behalf. Like, you got my phone number. You do. Like, if you really feel some type of way, dog, just hit me. And if I feel like I was wrong on something, I apologize, and then we move on from it.
So now apparently we have the new age version of the Charles Barkley and Michael Jordan beef. Now it's LeBron and Kendrick Perkins.
No, it's not, bro. It's
Look,
not. Like, I'm not, like, bro, I'm
That's
not.
like
We don't want to talk about that
MJ
beef,
Charles
and
ain't friends no more.
Full trust that if, as you mentioned, if the two of you cross paths, you're two grown-ass men and you're going to handle it the way you need to handle it.
Yeah.
You're addressing the question that was asked. Channing put it out on the table. You answered it. Respect.
And guess what? If we have, I go on First Take tomorrow. If we happen to bring up the subject of who's the GOAT, LeBron or Jordan, and we're in the middle of the fucking NBA Finals covering the Mavs and Celtics. But if that topic come up, I'm still gonna say Bron is the GOAT. I still feel that way. That ain't gonna change. Like, I'm not like, just because we at odds right now, and it's a lot of shit that we do need to have a conversation about, it's not going to change the way that I do my job. Whether it's right or like, whether it's me criticizing him or giving him his flowers.
Look, end of the day, I think we can all agree to that doing this job, there's nothing easy about it.
No.
So having said that, I hope the two of you have a discussion and can figure it out. Because as Rich mentioned, we love you both. Absolutely. Anyways, game 3 is on Wednesday, and Road Trippin will be back after that. Nice.
Hey, see y'all after game 3, hoes.
Friends forever.